recourse, and so I don't know what.
Well, there might be legal recourse, but.
I mean, we can't say,
Well, let me just say.
you told a fib, so we're gonna
No,
not.
but I wasn't thinking about like that kind of aspect, I didn't interpret it like that anyway. How I was feeling that was kind of coming across was like, hey, it's kind of like that landlord-tenant contract. You know, you got no parties after 10 o'clock, you can't hang your towels off the wall, barbecuing on Saturdays, and it's all in here.
Or we evict you, but we can't do that.
Right, but what you can do is you can enforce what you have, and that doesn't mean you have to call the cops, but if it means that your time to use a area is not being, you know, that's the teeth I'm talking about, right? It's just bending the FUA.
So, but go on, so if you extend over the time, then what?
Well, it's almost like you can
Then
just.
you pay a penalty.
Or
You
you
write that into that.
Well, let's just say this, let's
As
just
an
say,
example, I'm not suggesting
the
it.
uses, also, you know, you can electronically lock your schools, right? If you're supposed to be, if you have access to this building at this time, you know, your key card only works from this hour to this hour. After this hour, the key card doesn't work. I mean, there's ways that you don't have to punish, but you can just regulate, because I don't think you wanna put a teacher in a position to go, hey, it's my turn to be in the gym, you know, let's move it, and cause conflict. It's almost like you just have to find ways to not have people-to-people conflict, but actually have things that just don't function. Like, you can't get in your classroom after this time. Like, it's not just, I have a key, so I'm gonna bend the rules to the FUA. And I don't know the FUA in and out, but I have heard a lot of complaints from people at White Hill, staff members, about things that they thought was their time and their locations, and there's no, either the principals are not putting it down there, or maybe this principal's in a meeting when this group is in an area they shouldn't be, but that's causing a lot of frustration. So, but until you can enforce those details, I don't really know, I don't know what is enforceable. Like,
Right, and that's.
we're gonna call the police
I
on
think
the
that's
third
what
grade teacher that's on the blacktop and she's supposed to be over there. I don't know how you do that.
And I guess, so writing more things into the FUA, I suppose would be fine, like, if this doesn't happen, then this is the thing, but A, it would have to be agreed upon, and B, it would have to be enforced, and I have.
Guess where you get to do that?
What?
And guess where you get to do
Yeah,
that?
exactly, so it's just all roads lead
Right.
to the crapshoot.
But isn't that also part of the problem with the validation of these students?
Yes.
There's no, I mean, there's shit, I would think in today's day and age, you could find out 110 students, where do they live today? I mean, if you're dealing with people who are open and honest, that's not such a challenge. And if you're dealing with people that may stand to benefit from not updating their records as quickly as you want, I just see that the problem is like, the community, from what I hear, is upset that we are not finding a way to really, so, I mean, in essence, if you went to court, this is what one of the questions I wrote down, if you challenged the signatures of the in-district students, and you went to court over it, would the court once and for all pretty much pull out all the stuff and say to the tenant, hey, show me the current, prove to me that these people are in district, and then take our numbers and prove that, I mean, is there a methodology that would actually happen? Because that, in essence, is, in a nutshell, that's the whole question. How do we take a snapshot of a day? You know, it's a day in time, and the courts or someone would say, these are the students, okay, these are the addresses, and we have these addresses, and then the ones that you agree, you just throw those out. The ones that are in disagreement, the court can just issue something to determine. Because I think that the community's frustrated that there's no way to accurately get that number.
Reach a uniform understanding of
Yes.
actual geographic location
Yes.
in the actual geographic.
And it's
Yeah.
frustrating because it really is a thing. It does exist. We know it exists.
Right, so I imagine that there would be a component of that should this go to court, that there would be, if there is a court, I don't know this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Sue Ann will
That's a
know.
question for someone.
But if it is something that goes to court as a disagreement on the fact of enrollment projection, how much detail does the court want on research into actual residents? I don't know. We might wanna ask.
Well, it's interesting, and it is interesting to me, and to your point, Mr. Pringle, that it is frustrating that information that is given to us upon which we, at certain stages, are required to rely in terms of allocating space, which has a direct impact on our own students.
Mhm.
It's interesting to me that anger is developing, one, but two, which entity do you attribute that anger? And to me, some of it is on oversight, and oversight of the charter and its work, and my hope is that there will be some changes.
You mean in terms of the state level
State's
oversight of their
Yes,
school?
yes,
I imagine that will also happen, I don't know how quickly.
true.
So, is there any more public comment on this? No? Colleagues, is there any more conversation on this? Staff? Do you have what
Anything
you
else you
need?
need?
I think so. I think we have to.
So
I just wanna be clear on